All right, now let's create our presentation. So I'm just going to go to templates, presentation under business. And there are tons of options with different themes, for different purposes, finance, listing, whether it's a pitch deck, it's for education. You can select a presentation and it will show you the slides. And you could, when you click on customize this template, it's just going to open it for you in Canva like this. And it tells you how many pages. So 10 pages. But I'm going to start off with a blank presentation and then customize it later on. So there we go. Just be careful of the size if you're looking for a 16 by 9 or something smaller. And I highly suggest that you guys take advantage of all the templates. If you were to start from scratch, it would be very difficult and time consuming because we're working with such a big space and we need multiple slides. And as you can see, each slide has harmony when it comes to the shapes, how the shapes go with each other, the little details, these lines, the page number, the placement. So take advantage of this. Of course, customize it and cater it to your brand, but it's always a good idea to use some of the pre-made templates. And I just want to show you guys that once you scroll down here, you can see, for example, company. Let's say I really like this one. I don't need to apply all 23 pages. I could just apply the page that I like, for example, this one. And when I come here, click on the 3 stars, it'll tell me the keywords. I can star it. I can just apply the style only. So let's say I really like this slide, but I like this style. I can apply style only. Or let me choose something that's slightly more different. So, for example, this. And then here, apply style only. The fonts will go and the color changes. So you could totally do that. And a great thing to do is to go through these and pick out your favorites, use them for inspiration, and once you find the ones that you do like, star them. So for example, this one's quite nice. I like the circles that have been used here. I might use that later on. And now I'm going to go to the things that I have starred. Delete these. And start by bringing the ones that I want to use. So for example, that one, this chart, this chart. Let's take a look at the elements. This is really nice. All right, and I also want some components from this slide. Remember, you could always delete things later on. Don't be too strict about what you choose right now. Just pick the ones that you like. All right. So now let's get to customizing. For the home page, for the front page, I'm going to show you guys how to do it from scratch. And you can apply these techniques throughout the entire presentation. So the first one is I want a background and I want to create something like, let's say this one. So, having an image that's a little faint and then having a text, a body of text or the logo in front of it. I want to create something like this, but more customized and more catered to my brand. So I'm going to start with a blank page. bring it all the way to the front. And I'm going to go to Elements, search for a picture. You can, of course, upload your own. I'm just going to search agriculture, go to Photos, and I really like this one. All right, and then, so I don't want it to be this vibrant, and that means I want to have my logo appear on like a lighter element, almost like a shadow. I want there to be a box of shadow and my logo on top of it. So Elements, and I could try with a box. Let me just, all right, turn this into a similar color and lower the transparency. Or make it a little lighter. I think I like this color. All right. And then now, the brand identity that we made, I'm just going to come here and bring over, so let me just name this presentation draft. And I'm going to paste it. Center it. Okay. And I'm going to bring my logo as well. This is the one without the background. So these guys have backgrounds. If you want to use one of these, use a free background remover to remove the background. But if you've saved just the text version, you don't really need to do that. Paste it here. There we go. All right, I'm going to change the background color into like a cream color. Enlargen this. Okay, I'm going to go to Effects, lift it a little bit. Okay. And I also want to write a little slogan. So I want to use this font. Gonna ungroup. Bring it over here. I'm gonna write fighting food waste. Okay, so this is one way, but I'm kind of questioning the box here because the edges are too neatly cut, and I want something that's a little more rustic, so I'm going to duplicate the page and try to do one by changing the shape. So I'm going to search paint stroke. I'm going to bring two shapes, or this one could work. All right, get rid of that one. Send it back. And we're going to do the same thing. Now I can compare and see which, well, this is darker, so let me just. I can see which one I like more. I think I'm going to stick with this one. So I'm just going to delete this, and I could copy this again. Bring it down here in case there's something I need to write about copyright. Make it much smaller, so I'm just going to write copyright 2022. Bring to the center. And I could add some a lift or background so it's seen better. All right, so this could be the front page. I can add any additional information. And then here, I can start by either changing the text, font, or the color here. So that's really important for me. And as you can see, Canva already picks up the colors of my logo. So I can edit the chart. There we go. All right. And then same for this one. So this feature, the graphs, you can't, sometimes with elements, you could change each single color. So let's say this illustration. I could come and change the, whites into the yellow and the blacks into green, but sometimes an element, you can't really do that. You could just give it a theme and how you would like most of the colors to look like. What temperature almost. So this is more warm, and I could change it to a row, chart, bar chart, and so on and so forth. There we go. So I'm going to leave these alone for now. And then I'm going to come here. So this yellow already goes really well with my color palette. I'm going to try to turn the background into that green and turn the text into either yellow, white, and just play around with the features. And remember, for small things such as the page number or an arrow, you want to keep a consistent theme. So that's why you want to apply this throughout all your pages if you do decide to have one. All right, so this is one way that I can customize a slide.